Nice to see all of you guys if you are here. Obviously, this is going to be a very short one because I did say to everyone, I said, guys, I'm going to do a short and quick update today. So earlier on this morning, very early, about I don't know 5:30 in the morning, I did see something when I was looking at my charts, right? So we are going to talk about Bitcoin, altcoins, and Trump a little bit as well. In fact, today's title, I have to give credit to someone on Twitter. So I have put their original tweet in the descriptions. The first link in the description is where this title came from because it's quite hilarious, right? Apparently, rumor or not, I don't know, but apparently Trump signed a executive order for the altcoin season to start. Things must be getting very, very desperate. I see Bubble here. Also, my brother, nice to see you. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting, right? So anyway, I'm just going to give you my 2 cents, nothing too much, just a little update, nothing very interesting. Market is doing what it's doing, to be honest. We are currently at 104, which is good. 104,000 BTC, right? 104,000 BTC. We're testing that 103 level, that the line that I've had for a very long time. And I think that probably, if we don't do anything by Sunday, then next week or the week after, we're going to look at a new all-time high anyway. Salam Faisal, salam to see my brother. So we're looking at a new all-time high. So the market has kind of reset some of the awesome G-Shock, nice to see you, my brother. So the market has kind of reset some of the indicators that I kind of follow. So I'm not going to talk about other people. MACD and the stochastic RSI is looking good. RSI not so good, but stochastic RSI is looking fantastic. It is coming in for a reset. I mean, the reset's already happened, so I think it's going to happen. This is here. Nice to see you, my brother. So it's going to happen, and that's what I got 5 in the morning today, or 5:30 in the morning when I posted that, right? And you can see right now, I mean, I don't even know what the time is. I think it's about 8:30, so I do have to keep an eye on the time. Because I do have to go. I'm bursting, honestly, and I'm quite far, so I need to go home and use the bathroom. But you don't need to know that. What was I saying? So yeah, this is the kind of a signal I saw at that time. I thought, I'll post it because I think things are good. I would love for it to be a bit more bloody for a little bit longer and drag for another week or two. As I mentioned on the last video, I said, guys, if the signal is not confirmed on Monday, it's okay, don't panic, right? And then of course we had the DeepSeek issue, right? So there's a whole hoo-ha going on about it, but I think people are just kind of blowing it out of proportion because DeepSeek is DeepSeek. So what? OpenAI is OpenAI. So what? Does that mean everybody has to now pump and dump stocks and this and that? Honestly, guys, end of the day. So, people always like to connect dots. I'm not too concerned about it. Yes, it bled out a little bit. It affected the market. But look how we recovered, right? Has the stocks recovered that much? No, I don't think so, because NASDAQ took a hit. So you got to look at certain things and just like ignore the news. It doesn't really matter because it just creates panic, right? Fear feeds the elite, right? So that's what it is. So other than that, let's get into the content today, right? So let's talk about how some of the people are feeling. Sidi, hi, love from India. Okay, yes, love back to you as well. No problem. We're all from all over the place, but we are originally from England. Anyway, I'm not going to answer too many questions today. I just want to get on with the content. So the total market cap currently sitting at $3.47 trillion. And there's a magic number there because what happened was earlier on this morning, it was at $3.4 trillion. So we've added a 7 at the end of it, right? Which is brilliant. So that means the market is very, very bullish. It's going to go in quite well. Let's see how it goes from there. Pakistan, India, money, exactly. Everybody's here. I'm actually my heritage is Bangladesh. But anyway, we're gonna get into questions today. We're gonna do talks and questions and chats on a long form. Today's not a long form. I don't have that much time. So that's what I saw anyway. 3.47 right now, which is really good. BTC obviously testing the 104 and it's broken anyway. We just need to close above. If we close above, we will definitely get a new all-time high either this week or next week. So we're getting that anyway. I'm not too concerned about it. We do have a target of 133 to go and reach first, and then after the 133 we will possibly even test the 137. We'll see what happens. And I do have a 200k number as well, but I'm not publishing that yet, right? So that's that. Ethereum has been disappointing. There's been a lot of drama going on with the Ethereum community. There's a battle going on regarding the fees and whatnot. It's always the case, right? Whenever Ethereum gets a little bit busy, it gets congested, and then there's too much centralization going on, especially with the fee structure and all the staking reward holders or whatever you want to call them. there's a lot of issues, right? They had it in the mining issues. Currently, now they're centralized with the staking, still the same issue, right? Or the validators, still the same issue. So, end of the day, Ethereum's got a problem. They need to fix that, and Ethereum's causing a lot of issues with the altcoins. Hence why Donald Trump apparently signed a executive order for the altcoin season to start from the 1st of February. Good luck. If it does start, it starts, right. What's he going to do? He's going to rally all the people. Let's pump Ethereum because he's holding Ethereum, right? And obviously, as far as we know, he recently purchased around $20 million worth. Was it $20 million? Yeah, $20 million worth. Now, maybe I can't remember. I think it's $20 million worth. But the point is he's got a big bag, right? He needs his bag to pump, and stop pumping is bleeding out, right? So every time it loses 10%, he's bleeding out. So that's how you got to understand. Yeah, I see Sebastian says he's from Pakistan. I see Elishad says he's from Russia. Nice. Welcome to all of you guys. Welcome to all of you guys to the chat. So that's what I'm seeing anyway. But so far, regardless his executive order or not, right, we do have to talk about the elephant in the room, and that is basically BTC. BTC's dominance, instead of going down, has been going up, right? We're like, I mean, currently, what are we on? I mean, yesterday we were at 59. What are we on right now? Let me just have a look quickly. Give me a second. Still at 59.59. So it's still moving up a little bit. It's just creeping up, right? But the altcoins do not have the dominance. Altcoins bled out so bad, right? When the panic kicked in, right? A lot of people just paper hands, let go, get out. That's what's happened. A lot of people panicked out, right? They just don't have the thought process. They're not looking beyond today, tomorrow, something like this. Because remember, when we're doing certain things, when we're looking at the market, when we're looking at the charts, we're trying to forecast what's about to happen. So that way we're kind of planned, right? So we're trying to forecast, like, okay, guys, we got enough time. I talk about this on Discord and everything as well. And of course, the truth is always out there. My name is Sham. This is 0x5. The truth is always out there, as I always say. So you will find a lot of the comments on Discord and whatnot. And I say, look, guys, we've got plenty of time, right? We've got another 6 weeks to 8 weeks and 12 weeks. I always talk about these timelines. Even today, I said, look, I think we've got plenty of time for this pump to come in. So not to panic too much. However, it seems to be pumping right now, which is not a good thing, right? But a good thing in a sense that altcoins need to move. That's true, right? Altcoin have to move. And recently, altcoins did get decimated a lot, and BTC is holding. So whether it's manipulation or not, we don't know. But what we really want to see is BTC not do anything, to be honest. Earlier this morning, when I gave that signal, it was for BTC, right? Because it is still kind of the dominant coin. Obviously, it's the dominant coin, and it's still kind of in control of the market, right? So the structure of the market is still being controlled by BTC. Personally, I don't want to see BTC go anywhere. Personally, I don't want to see BTC go and test that 109 again. I don't want to see that. Personally, I want to see BTC hover around here, give the alts a bit of a chance, right? Even bleed out a little bit. I don't care even if BTC goes to 90K. I know a lot of you guys don't understand the context of this. If you follow this channel, you know exactly what I mean. If it goes to 90K, stays at 90K, we're fine, right? But what we don't want to see is alts bleed out. We want to see a reverse in alts. BTC bleed down, alts go pump. That's what we need. So let's hope and see what Trump does. I mean, if Trump's executive order is real, let's see it pump, right? Because it's going to pump his bags. It's going to pump all of our bags. That's what we need, right? But, and this is probably the last time I would say this, and I'm not going to say this after this, right, guys? If within the next 2 weeks, right, by mid-February, right, let's just say mid-February, by mid-February, if we don't see the altcoins move, and have your stop losses, obviously, but maybe start considering whatever you want to do. Because we're coming into that kind of a time frame, like the end of January to the end of March, right, is all the tax returns and whatnot. We're coming to that timeline where money dries out. So people will have to go and start selling. And that will cause a bit of an issue, right? So just keep that in your mind. Up to March, end of March, people may start selling off. If we do get a sell-off, if we get a large sell-off, it could potentially impact whatever holdings we have right now, especially the altcoins, because a lot of them, remember, they've already bled quite a bit, right? I mean, there's a few I've bought recently, right? I've bought recently that have bled out. Okay, technically I'm still up 5%, 10% maybe up. I was up a lot more. Do you know what I mean? But I'm now considering, I'm like, okay, do you know what? I'm going to move my stop loss, around the closer number, right? I need to move it closer just in case it dips below. Then it's probably better off. I'm probably better off just taking 5%, 10% profit that I have and walking off. So that's how I'm kind of navigating the market right now. It's like, okay, look, guys, if this thing doesn't want to go, because as it moves forward, by the way, if my, say, for example, I've got something sitting at $1 right now, if it heads towards $1.50, I'm going to move my stop loss up as well. So it's not like I'm not going to, but I want to maximize my gains. I don't want to really take a loss. So my stop loss is not there for me to take a loss, right? I'm using it to keep the profit. That's the whole idea. So I hope this kind of makes sense. And I hope all of you guys understand and make some decisions, because there's a few people I've been asking around, like, recently I've just, like, out general, I've just been asking people. I said, guys, how much money have you made? Like, just percentage wise. Don't give me the number, just give me a percentage wise. And some people said to me, oh, we made 10%, we made 20%. Some people have said, oh, we made 5x. Some people said we made 4x, which is good, right? So there are people out there who have made a few x's, and I'm really, really happy and I'm proud of those guys, right? Some people have made 10x. There's one person who's done a 30x. Brilliant, right? So I've been asking, I'm like, how much have you made? How much have you made? So there are some people who have been holding since 2017. There are some people who have been holding since 2020 or 2021, right? The reason they're holding is because they bought at the top of the market, right? And that leads me to this particular thing that I want to talk about, guys. Now is not the time for you to go and start aping into stuff, right, that you can't afford to lose. And what I mean by that is, right now, anything you buy right now with the intention to hodl, remember, they are going to bleed out. They are going to bleed out. So if you don't have a good strategy to keep those profits, or whatever you're going to make, even a stop loss to say, okay, look, I've put $100 in, it's gone down by 5%, I'm willing to take my 95 and walk away and play another day, then you're in a problem. So you have to, start planning for all of these things, because right now things are going to be very volatile. Now, there's no guarantee we're going to go to a higher number. You see what I mean? So next couple of weeks will determine what we do. We either go up or we end the market and start moving, because the signals will come in early. So far, BTC is giving strong signals. Some of the altcoins are giving strong signals. But what strong signals? They've bled out 20-30%. So giving us a 20-30, like, after bleeding out 20-30%, giving us a strong signal to do what? Recover the 20-30%. So we have to be realistic as well. You see what I mean? We have to be absolutely realistic and move forward with that. So, of course, I'll do another long form video next few days. I've been busy because I had some work in my own home, as you all know. And then I started some work helping a friend of mine. So I'm doing some work in his property. So next few days, I'm going to be quite busy. Hopefully, what I will do is when I'm kind of free a little bit, probably next week. But if I do see something that needs to be updated, probably tomorrow or something, I'll come on live and I'll deal with it, and I'll try and do a long form, so that way I can do questions and do some community engagement as well. But today I just don't have too much time, unfortunately, and as I said, I'm freaking bursting, I need to go. But so far so good, guys. I'm not too concerned. As I said, BTC is testing that 103 resistance. It's broken above it. I'm not concerned right now. We still have until midnight for it to confirm that it wants to stay there. If it does, it's going to go and test that 109, right? Because that's the next resistance now, 109. It's going to go and test that. If it breaks that, then by all means. But I don't think anything's going to happen within the next day or two, right? But February does look good. Traditionally, February has been always a good month. But it's that March that I'm kind of worried about. So whatever you do, your strategy, I can't tell you, it's your money. I'm not giving you financial advice. Do whatever you need to do. But do everything that I've said already, like stop loss and everything, to protect your funds, guys. That's what I'm saying. Remember, I'm an advocate of people protecting their funds. I don't want to see people come in and say, oh, I didn't protect my funds and I've lost money. Don't do that. Don't be that guy who's been holding since 2017. Don't be that guy who's been holding since 2020, because there are some altcoins people have bought, right? 2017, they bought these coins, which went down 99%, right? And they still haven't recovered. That's how bad it is. They got a large bag, it still hasn't recovered. So don't be that guy. I've known some people who have bought in 2021. They haven't recovered. In fact, I'll give you a good one. This afternoon or morning, I think, I can't remember. Sorry, my brain's messed up. Someone said to me, like, he called me and they said to me, he just broke even from 2021. The brother just broke even because he bought something in 2021. He had a large holding of that particular asset, and today he just broke even. Think about that, right? We don't want to see a repeat of these things, right? So as we mature, as this channel matures, as these group and following and everybody here matures, hopefully you take some of these things into your mind and understand that, guys, look, as we move forward, we need to mature ourselves. We can be degens. Everybody needs to be degen. But we degen with a very small amount of money, 5%, 10% of the full portfolio. I mean, 10% is a very high. I would say 5% degen with that, right? But the remainder of your portfolio, you play with a stop loss, play with a strategy. Don't aim for a 2, 3, 4x, 5x. Like as I said, the brother who's made 30x, he's followed the strategy perfectly. All he's done is every time he's gone up, he's just said, okay, look, I've made 1x. I'm happy to keep 50% of that. So he put a stop loss so low. I was like, whoa, you really, really. He said, bro, I was happy with what I made. So I knew that I've done a 1x. I can put a stop loss, right? Very low, so I don't get stopped out. And I was like, okay, that's not a bad move. He's like, I can be in it for another 4 years, right? 5 years. I don't have a problem with that. So this money I don't need is set aside for something else. So, but all I've done is just move the stop loss above, right, and kept like a nice 50% area. So even if it dumps by 50%, I'm still fine. I was like, wow, okay. And he's ended up doing a 30x doing that by moving the stop loss and keeping it well below a certain level. So just in case, then he's all stopped out. 30x, not bad. You know what I mean? So, and it's a well-established blue chip coin. So doing 30x there is fantastic, right? There's a few other people, as I said, 20-30% up. That's not good, guys. Even BTC, right? The BTC calls that we did, the 16.5k, 15.5k, those calls, right? I mean, people who bought then, they're up 6-7%. Sorry, 6-7x, right? 6-7x, right? So for me, that's how I'm looking. I'm like, guys, all of you guys, if you just stick to the strategy, you will make 5-6x, right? Minimum 2x, you will make that. But for whatever reason, if you try to play degen with most of your funds, it's not going to work. Have a strategy, have some safety. And as we are now at the beginning of the end, it's much more important that you are more cautious. That's what I'm going to say. So I think I've got a few minutes. I can answer a few questions. I've got about 5 minutes. I'll answer a few questions if you guys do have any. But other than that, there's nothing much for me to say. Just a small update, nothing else. And of course, whatever Trump does, that's a different story. But I do urge you all to have a strategy in mind, please, please, please. G-Shock, thank you very much, my brother. Nice to see you. But no, honestly, whatever you do, just have a strategy, protect your funds, like a protection strategy, nothing more, guys. Nothing more, right? You need that. I'll give you a good example. Crypto.com Crow. So I used to hold quite a significant amount, and I'm saying I used to, there's a reason. So my total average over many years was like about 9 cents, but I've been holding that for so freaking long. It's just like unbelievable. Since the beginning I've been holding it. So, and I bought some on the tops, bought some on the bottoms and whatnot. My average was about 9 cents. So I'm looking at the structure, I'm looking at the market, I'm looking at everything, and I'm like, okay, you know what, I've got to look at certain things, how they pump, what they do. But at the same time, I also need dry powder, right? I also need dry powder. So what I did was, like yesterday, I actually sold 50% of my crop. But I sold 50% at, I think, 13 cents. So from 9 cents to 13 cents, my average buy, 9 cents, I'm up about what? 30, 35%, 40%. I thought, you know what? It's not bad. I'll take that 50% off the table. So this is just me. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not telling you to do the same, but I'm just saying the way I looked at it, I was like, okay, I might as well take 50% off with that profit, because there's a decent amount of profit. Take 50% off. So I'm risking only 50%. Now I've got 50% dry powder. I can go and use that elsewhere. So that's what I'm planning to do. I haven't used it yet, but so I'm going to just chuck it somewhere else. I opened a new exchange. I'm just going to chuck it in there. So see what happens and probably buy some degen stuff. So that's what you got to understand, because degen, you're going to lose money. Remember, degen, you're going to lose money. So if you have any other questions, guys, please do let me know. If not, then I'm not going to be here too long. I've got another 5 minutes. Any questions, I'll answer them. There's C-Track, Faisal, G-Shock, everyone else, whoever's here. Go ahead. And I think KR's busy watching FOMC, so he'll probably keep us updated on Discord with his FOMC stuff. I'm not too interested in the news, honestly. I just follow the charts. Charts gives me a projection of what's going to happen. News comes afterwards. So, you know, imagine we had news that tells us what's going to happen next week. We would all be prepared, right? Every one of us would be prepared. But sadly, that's not how the news works. The news is always about what's happened already. All right, so you'll only find out after it's happened. That's the reality about news. So unless my chat is broken, I don't know. Let me just check what's the chat saying, because I can't check. So I have no idea. I don't know if the chat's working or the chat's broken. Let's see what happens. BTC, as I said, needs to settle down, and then the alts need to start moving. Right, so let's see what happens. By the way, guys, if you are here for the first time, do consider subscribing, support the channel, right? That's what I'm asking, nothing more. Consider subscribing, smash that like button so the algorithms can go in. It doesn't cost you anything. And hopefully when I become a little bit more free from my real life, because that is my real life, my financial life, my work life, I'm definitely going to be coming back, and I'll hopefully start doing some more regular live streams. But do you know what? To be honest, I'll be honest with you, not doing daily live streams for the last few weeks, a little bit more than a few weeks actually, has been a good refreshing experience for me, because I needed to kind of disconnect a little bit. So I had to kind of disconnect with doing something else, and yeah, it kind of helped. And you know, refreshing my mind, thinking about what I'm going to do in 2025, and so many different other opportunities have shown up as well. But of course, you know, it's because you know what happens, you know, when you do daily live streams, it kind of burns you out as well. So you do get a burnout as well. So sometimes you need a little break. So, but as I always say, if there is something you guys want to know, let me know. I'll try my best and come online and talk about it. Even if it means that just go on Discord or something and just post something, yeah, I'll do that. Bubble says, no other question. Everyone is good. Thank you very much, Bubble. Bubble speaking on behalf of everyone else. And he says, have a good night. Thank you very much, brother. You all have a good night. I highly appreciate all of you guys coming over. But please do let me know in the comments if there is something you want me to talk about. Honestly, let me know if there is something you want me to talk about, because if you don't let me know, I can't really talk about it. You know what I mean? G-Shock says, laugh my ass off. It's nice not being attacked by the XRP army. Yes, really nice. Just having some people come in and talking about like where they're from and whatnot, which is nice. There's nothing wrong with saying where you're from. And I think, do you know why we didn't get attacked today? Because on the title there's nothing to do with XRP. It's just as altcoins. So that's why. Desi says, you answered my question, thank you. Let's see what happens on Monday. Let's see. But the rally's just starting, we're just kicking off. Monday should be interesting, to be honest. But as I said, last week we did Desi last week. We actually got the signal, so unfortunately we just didn't confirm it. We bled down, right? But bleeding down had other reasons behind it. So the market structure was solid. In fact, we should have been pumping last week on Monday, but as soon as Monday market opened, everyone figured out Nasdaq dumped, right? And some of the shareholders or stock traders, right, they started dumping their assets to buy some DeepSeek, because that's when they were coming out. But here's the fun part, right? DeepSeek didn't happen on Monday, right? It launched. Well, it went public, like announced it a week prior to that. So a lot of the insiders already knew about it a week before, right? And what they did was basically just before the market closed on Friday, stock markets, they dumped and they left. So when people woke up on a Monday and the markets opened, it was already bloody. So people started panic selling, and this is how they do manipulations, you know what I mean? So that's what they did, and that's the reason why even crypto suffered a little bit, because people were panicking, because you don't know. That's like a black swan event. It's like, oh, you wake up and everything's bloody. What's going on? But that's how they manipulate the market. But the signal was good, and signal still confirmed. So any time now, any second now, we should start doing a parabola, and hopefully, as I said, BTC can stay red. don't really care, right? Because a lot of us hold, even if it's 10%, even if it's 10% of your portfolio in altcoins, that 10% has a potential to do a 10x. You see what I mean? That's why we want a altcoin season. That's why I'm hoping for an altcoin. What I mean, what are we gonna do with BTC? Another 1x, maybe a 2x if we're lucky, right? But with altcoins, we can do a 10x, we can do a 20x. So that's what we're hoping for. That's what we're looking for. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for coming to the show. It's been an absolute pleasure having all of you guys here. It's always wonderful to see you guys, especially my regular guys. I thank you all. And let me catch you guys on another one. As I said, let me know in the comments or let me know in Discord or whatever what you want me to talk about, and I'll definitely come on talk about it. Because even today, when I said I'll come and talk, I'll come and do a live stream, believe me, I had nothing in my head. I'm like, okay. And then I saw Discord and someone's like, Trump signed an exit. I was like, okay, I'm going to use that. You know what I mean? Because there's really nothing to talk about. Because you know, when you're forecasting what's about to happen, you've already done it, right? So the last live stream, I've already done what I need to. So there's really nothing else to talk about. What are you going to talk about? You know what I mean? Other than whatever current affairs is. Because we're not like the news anchors coming on talking about what's already happened. We already talk about what's going to happen. So here we are. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. I will catch you guys on another one very soon. But please do let me know, right, in the comments or wherever, whatever you want me to talk about. And of course, if I think I can talk about, I'll definitely talk about it. If I can't, I'll just put my hands up and say no. You know what I mean? Or I'll just ignore it. So other than that, smash the like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's grow the community. And let's move forward, and let me catch you guys on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for coming to the show.